welcome to Roughcut, an NBS student-run variety show. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Melissa, and we got a great show for you today. So let's kick it off to news to see what's going on in the world.
Good evening, and welcome to the news desk. I'm Erica Maurer.
And I'm Michelle Erickson. Police in Bloomsburg are currently searching for a burglar who targeted multiple cars and one home along West 4th and 3rd Street. The incidents occurred in the early hours of Friday, March 1st. Anyone with any information is asked to please contact the Bloomsburg Police.
Danielle Hoover discovered a passion for helping people on her first ever mission trip as a 12-year-old. It's been a love of hers ever since. Interestingly, after a few years between missions, an important aspect of Hoover's life at Bloomsburg University played a useful role in her latest trip. It's one thing to hear about the struggles of a country like Haiti, but it's completely different to experience it, said Danielle Hoover, a junior English major. One experience that really stuck with me is serving the community meals. The way the members of the community asked us to serve them is to serve their children first. If we were to run out of food before all the adults were served, that was okay to them because their children got to eat that day.
A man from Chester County has been charged with multiple counts after causing a two-vehicle crash on Route 183 in Berks County. 24-year-old Ryan Mayer stole a Mitsubishi Lancer from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania on Friday, March 1st, then was involved in a crash the next day. He was driving south on Route 183 and lost control of the vehicle, causing him to strike a guardrail, travel in the opposite lane, and hit another vehicle head-on. Meyer fled the scene on foot, but was found hiding between two sheds. Meyer has been charged with receiving stolen property, drug possession, resisting arrest, criminal trespass, and other related offenses. He was committed to a Berks County jail on $25,000 bail.
A young woman is in critical condition at Geisinger Hospital after attempting to commit suicide by jumping off the Catawissa Bridge on Tuesday, February 26th, around 4:45 p.m. The woman was pulled from the Susquehanna River by the Bloomsburg Fire Company water rescue crew. Rescuers are amazed but glad that she survived since the water was about 38 degrees and she was in it for about 10 to 15 minutes before being rescued.
Bloomsburg University's annual Faculty and Staff Employee Appreciation Ceremony, which recognizes work anniversaries of between 5 and 40 years of service in 5-year increments, honored 179 employees this year. All employees with 25 or more years of service were individually recognized by President Bashar W. Hanna and members of the university cabinet. In my 18 months as president of this wonderful institution, I have come to learn the hearts and the soul of Bloomsburg University are people who work here. Hannah said, "You do great work because you truly enjoy what you do. Even more important than just enjoying what you do, you look after our students in so many ways. Whether you are a faculty member in the classroom or a staff member helping our students outside the classroom, your service to our students cannot be measured, but has a lasting impact on the overall growth and development."
That's all we have for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to the news desk. I'm Erica Maurer.
And I'm Michelle Erickson.
Have a great night.
Thanks, guys. Well, I know I am a sucker for the next segment.
Let's take it to Hotspot.
Welcome back to Hotspot, your Oscars pass to everything entertainment news. I'm Melissa Michon, and I have some very exciting news to share. Listen up, Jonas Brothers fans. It's the day we've all been waiting for. The Jonas Brothers are back. Yes, you heard that right. The Jonas Brothers are back together. The band announced their breakup in October of 2013 on Good Morning America, saying, "There has been complications within the group for a long time, and without addressing them, this train is bound to fall off its tracks," leaving fans heartbroken and confused. And now, almost 6 years later, they have announced the band is back together on The Late Late Show with James Corden. And if that's not exciting enough for you, they also came out with a new single called Sucker. The new hit is about being head over heels in love with someone, with lyrics like, "It's true, I'm a sucker for you." And right then and there, I fell in love with the Jonas Brothers all over again. Also, with the release of their new song, they released a music video starring all 3 Jonas Brothers and their significant others. And it's a must-watch. Now, the brothers didn't say when they will be releasing new music, but I don't know about you, I will have Sucker on replay till they do. Now over to Kieran with Breaking's college scandal.
Hi, I'm Kieran Riccardi here on Hotspot. There's a million famous quotes about the lengths a mother will go to ensure their children the best life possible. I mean, I'm sure many of us could go on and on about how selfless and exceptional our mothers are. With that being said, as a mother, would you lie for your child? Cheat for your child? Break the law in order to ensure your child the best life? I'm not talking about lying to your friends at brunch about your child's GPA. I'm talking about paying for your child's test scores to be altered in order to get your baby into their dream school. And yes, that's a pretty big difference. This past week, we saw the lengths people will go when money is available to spend and their child's wishes need to come true. Both Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman are reportedly being sued by an outraged mother for $500 billion. You may recognize these names from Desperate Housewives and Fuller House. William Rick Singer, the culprit behind this scheme, said he helped more than 750 families get their kids into schools, and federal officials are describing this as the largest college admissions scam in history. SATs are a great pressure to high school students, and money is of a great advantage in any case. Not only by paying someone to alter your child's scores, but to get proper training, practice, and tutoring. Although those are all legal ways to prep for the SAT, we see how this corrupt system has once again glorified those who have money and left the less fortunate on the back burner. In America, the harsh reality of going above and beyond for acceptance is the way our society can pressure us to go to ridiculous lengths in order to exemplify the view of a picture-perfect family. With that being said, both the stars should stick to playing their parts on television and let the lives of their children off camera play out on their own. Not only have they humiliated themselves, but cheated so many other children the fair chance of getting into their dream school. Let this be a lesson to all that the truth will always prevail, and it is okay to accept that your child does not need to go to an Ivy League to make it in life. What they score is up to them, not you. Parents, just stay on the sidelines and cheer. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time on Hotspot.
Ooh, this is an SOS.
As in, send it over to sports.
Good evening and welcome into tonight's sports segment. It's not an against the clock version tonight, as I, Corey Zimmerman, will be riding solo on an entire college basketball segment. As you all know, it's the most exciting time in sports, March Madness, where the Cinderellas of all Cinderellas come out on the biggest stages and bust your brackets within minutes. So let's kick off tonight's show by breaking down your top Cinderella teams that can make some noise throughout the tournament. First off, St. Mary's, who defeated Gonzaga in the WCC Conference Championship game this past weekend. They play an up-and-down Villanova team to start off the first round. The only thing St. Mary's will have to battle through is a ton of experience from the Wildcats, as they are your defending national champions. Your next Cinderella team that you must watch out for is Murray State and Ja Morant. A Player of the Year candidate in Morant, also projected as a top 5 NBA pick this summer, he can simply carry an entire team. He will face a dangerous Marquette team with Big East Player of the Year Marcus Howard running the show. As you know, though, a 12 seed is always up for the upset over a 5 seed, and this is the perfect matchup for it. Now, let's go to your title contenders. No team ranked lower than a 9 seed has ever won the national title. Not saying this couldn't be the year, but there's a slim chance of that happening with the field of 68 we have this year. North Carolina, Duke, who are big rivals, will headline the overall favorites, along with Virginia, who are all ACC teams. Virginia will look for a deep run this year, opposed to last year, where they were the first ever 1 seed to be upset by a 16 seed, all thanks to UMBC. The other favorites to watch out for are 2 SEC teams in Kentucky, who start off the season slow, but the young core has come a long way under the wing of head coach John Calipari. The other SEC team has to be Tennessee, who has a ton of experience in Grant Williams and senior Admiral Schofield. All 5 have a great chance of bringing home the hardware, but come March, you never know what could happen. That's all I have for this week's episode. Come back in a few short weeks as the Against the Clock crew breaks down the hottest sports topics. I'm Corey Zimmerman, and I'll see you next time. Let you have the most luck on your bracket.
That was great, Corey. Thanks.
Now it is time for everyone's favorite segment.
Yes, this is my favorite part of the show as well.
It's Digital Shorts.
Hello and welcome to those of you who have had the ability to get out of bed this morning. Welcome to the Press Kitchen, a college cooking show. Today I'm going to show you how to make foods from when you wake up at 2 p.m. to when you go to bed and eat dinner at 4 a.m. Let's get started.
Breakfast, our first dish.
Eggs.
I mean egg.
And maybe some stale toast, I don't know. I haven't gone grocery shopping in a long time. Let's get started. First, grab a pan that your roommate half washed and put it on the stove. Then we're gonna want to add some cooking oil. Wait for it to smoke. Now I like to scramble my eggs because it puts enough activity into me where I don't feel bad about not going to the gym. Now, don't stop cooking until you hear your smoke alarm. Alright, yeah, they're done. Boom, there's your egg. Normally people will use a plate, but I want to watch two things. Just need to wrap the pan. Yep, that's food. Okay, 7 o'clock, which means it's lunchtime. And I'm feeling Italian, so let's make our lunch.
Are you really doing that show again?
Don't talk about it.
Dude! Are you eating my pizza again?
I didn't think you were home, man.
Yo, dude. We got a show to put together. You're not even through lunch. Come on.
Alright, so apparently the director says going to bed for dinner isn't good enough for my contract, so we're doing ramen. Shipped from the land of the rising sun. Arkansas. Alright, I got the water boiling. Let's go throw this baby in. Little chef tip, don't throw it in. Just lay it in. Add the season packet. And toss this in the garbage that your roommates will never take out. Now, boil it for the exact amount of time that the package says. Preferably a little bit longer so you don't have to put a lot of effort into chewing it. Be sure to stir it regularly, try not to burn your other hand. So once your ramen is done, you could leave it like that, or to make you forget wherever the hell you're eating for the 5th night in a row, add wherever the hell you want to it. A little bit of that. Pinch of that. Dash of this. A little bit of this. Yeah. I'm not old yet. I don't have to watch my sodium. Some of that. And a little bit of that. Now, I would normally leave it as this, but I got one more secret ingredient. Just a couple splashes. Alright, well, there's my dinner. So, for all of us here at the press kitchen. Yep, that's food. Alright, I'm going to bed.
Thanks, guys. That is all we have for this week.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Alyssa. Good night, Bloomsburg.